Hey, it's the Midnight Raven, and today I thought I would do an update video. So, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am the Midnight Raven. I am currently sitting in my bedroom on this beautiful sunny day, and why, I will tell you in a sec. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. I do have two channels. I have Thrifting with Raven, and I have the Midnight Raven channel. Both do different stuff, so if you're interested in car boots and yard sales, go check out Thrifting with Raven. Today I am looking a bit summery as I can. I do have my new t-shirt that I got from a charity shop. And it is basically
YouTube.
showing my rib cage for everyone to see, because I usually wear my heart on my sleeve, and today we are wearing my rib cage on my front. So I thought it was a really cool t-shirt. I know it's not Halloween or anything, but I'd rock this all year round. So I just thought I'd give a little update on what's been happening in my life. Haven't done many videos recently. Had a lot going on. So let's just start from the beginning. So my son is still waiting for his sonograph for his heart. No further updates yet. We are on a wait list for that. It can take a bit of time to get that because the hospital that is currently looking after his case is having quite a lot of work done. Some of the buildings are actually crumbling from the inside out. So his appointment could take a bit longer because some of the wings are not currently in use. But he is looking to get his sonograph of his heart done so they can check the valves and stuff in his heart. Apart from that, he's not too bad. He has had a very rough week though, apart from the hospital, which is down the line while we wait for an appointment. He was sick the other night, and I mean, this son, it was like The Exorcist. It was horrific. 7 o'clock in the morning, knock on the bedroom door. Mum, are you awake? No, I wasn't. It was 7 in the morning. Mum, you need to come to my room. I need some help. And I'm like, oh, are you okay, sweetie? And he's like, I don't think so. And his room, it looked like The Exorcist. His entire bed was just covered in the most ungodly sight. And we're not exactly sure what made him throw up. He was ill for about 2 days. Um, Possibly it was DV. DV was going around the home that his brother works at, and he had seen his brother, and his brother's girlfriend had also been sick with DV in that last week. So basically, DV is diarrhea and vomiting. Luckily, Talon only got one out of the two, thank God. But he was ill for quite a few days, and then he's been very tired and lethargic pretty much all week. And then 2 days ago, I was out at Weatherspoons having dinner with my son's girlfriend, and my other son phoned me and said, "Hey, mum, I'm having a really bad nosebleed." Sent me a picture. Toilet was full of blood. He'd had a nosebleed from just laying down. He was in his bedroom. He was laying on his bed on his phone. And next thing you know, he's just got a nosebleed. And it was just a really rough week for him, from being sick for a couple of days, then feeling really low and tired, and all he did was like sleep. And then he had a really bad nosebleed for like, I think he said it was like about an hour. And when I got home, he was okay. I couldn't rush straight home because the bus takes 40 minutes to get here, but he said, no, it's fine. Have your dinner. I'll keep up to date with you. And then he did phone my eldest, who actually lives in Swaffham, and told him he was having a nosebleed in case Kieran needed to come and see him. But it did calm down within about the hour. So once I'd finished dinner, I did give him a bell and say, "Hey, is everything all right?" And he said, "Yeah, it had stopped." So he just had to have some sugary drinks, sit down, and just take it easy for a bit. Today he's actually gone to fit a fence at his dad's, so that should be fun for him. He's feeling better. He's not 100%, I wouldn't say. He still is incredibly tired. But he's gone out today to get some sun. He's gone for breakfast with his dad, and they're going to put a fence up. So kudos to him. Aside from that, I went to the car boot last weekend. Did really well. We didn't do as well as we thought we would. Each week at a car boot could be like different. I'll have to do a video talking about the car boots that are around the areas of where I live. Car boots seem to be hit or miss. Some weeks you can make a killing and you're just nailing it, and other weeks you just fall short. This week was kind of mid. We didn't make a huge amount of money, but we didn't make very little money. We kind of balanced in the middle where we kind of both made some money that we were comfortable with, but we didn't make as much as we wanted, which, you win some, you lose some. We did have two stalls. We had mine and my partner's, and then my sister had her own one. And then we shared the money between us because some of my stuff does feature on hers because I do have more. And usually she would do the car boots, but my partner decided, what the hey, why don't we do two? And have two boots full? Makes total sense. You do pay £10 for a pitch arming haul, which isn't a bad price. It isn't that hard to make £10, I must admit. We made £10 within like the first 5 minutes on my store, and my sister wasn't far behind. So once you've made that initial tenner, you're then in pure profit. Car boot itself is about 4 hours long. It's open from like 5 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, and you can be a buyer. I believe it's from 7:30. The car boot doesn't usually last till 2. It usually lasts till about 12, and then you have like 2 hours to pack up, especially if you're like the bigger people who have the vans and the home clearances and all that. The bigger your vehicle, obviously, the more you pay. A car is a tenner. If you have a van or a trailer, you do pay more. I think the most expensive is like £15 or £20 if you have like a box trailer or an actual truck. But they have a burger van there. They have Portaloo toilets. It's a massive field. Obviously, it's weather dependent, depending on if the field gets waterlogged. But we didn't do too badly, so I do have a little bit of change. We're hoping to do a car boot in May. We're not doing many in. I don't think we're doing any more in April. I think it's going to be May. Although we might do one next weekend. That's up in the air at the minute. We're waiting to see what's going on with my partner and whether we can do next one. If not, we might do one May bank holiday, which is the 4th and 5th of May, I think. But yeah, it's not been too bad. Aside from, obviously, my son being sick, hospitals, and the car boot, life hasn't been too bad. So I do have an update for you on Vinted. Now, if you didn't see a previous video that I did, I woke up to my account being banned. Sounds suspicious, right? You're exactly right. I sat there and I had come home from having breakfast with my partner, and it turned out that my account had been blocked. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I wasn't just suspended or on temporary hiatus, I was banned. Fully banned. Hook, line, and sinker gone. Everything had gone. So I messaged Vinted's customer service, and they said that you got a message, and what you're to do is you're to send an appeal in with as much information as you can about your account, how you own it, because they suspected I had multiple accounts. Now, having multiple accounts is against terms of service unless you have a pro account and a normal account. You'd have to have one pro, one normal. You can't have two normal, which I think is wrong because most people don't want to be a business. I think you should be allowed two normal accounts. The only reason you're allowed a normal account with a pro account, I don't understand. If you have a pro account, you should be only allowed to have that. Now, a pro account is a business account where you register your actual business, and then you're allowed to have a normal account, which I think is misleading. I think if you're going to be a pro seller, you need to have just a pro account. I think it's unfair to then have a normal account because it's kind of misleading. But I do get the fact that you are not allowed two accounts if you're just a normal seller. You can have multiple accounts within your household as long as they're under a different name, a different bank account, and a different email address. So I could have one, my son could have one, my partner could have one like that. But you couldn't have two yourself under two different emails and everything like that. So I do get it. So I contacted Vinted. It was about 3 days. I was banned on the Sunday. I emailed them on Sunday, and then there was Monday, Tuesday. By Wednesday, I'd actually heard back from Vinted, and I got an apology message saying that they were very sorry that my account had been blocked. It was blocked unfairly and unjustly. There isn't any multiple accounts in my name, and that it was a technical glitch by their system. They apologized. They said sorry for the inconvenience. That didn't help me though, because although my account was unblocked, the orders that I had on my account were not stopped. They actually failed. And when they failed to go out, I actually got 2 black marks and 2 negative auto reviews, which kind of sucks, because if your account is blocked, they should stop your orders. They don't stop them, they're still live. And while you're going through the process of trying to get your account open, those orders fail, and then I get a black mark for it, which isn't really fair. So on the automated feedback, which puts my account down to a 4.7 now rather than 4.9, which is what I had, I put a message on the auto feedback saying this was due to Vinted blocking me and being unable to send parcel, no fault of my own, because I have a clear record. Basically, I was 4.9. The only time that I had some negative feedback was when there were problems with Royal Mail. And that again was out of my jurisdiction because Royal Mail were on strike and they had withheld delivering post, and it caused a tailback, which I received a negative when my parcel obviously didn't go out on time. But these two were no fault of my own, so I have put feedback on that saying it wasn't my fault. They didn't go out on time. This is not how I operate. So that anyone reading them negative ones would see this isn't how I operate. My parcels are always on time. It's just how it is. I live next to InPost. I can't possibly be late for an order. I'm like 3 minutes away from where I post. So luckily, there were only 2 orders that failed. Once Vinted had unlocked my account, I'd managed to then post the parcels that were remaining that had days left. Luckily, it was only 2 of them that failed, and they were not big orders. The bundles that I had that were worth more money were saved, thank God. And then my account is now fully accessible, fully back up. Everything is working, and Vinted have assured me that the glitch or whatever caused my account to flag is not going to happen again. And if it does, for whatever reason, contact Vinted again and they will just re-unblock me, because I do not have multiple accounts. Now, most of Vinted's systems, apart from their customer service, where they look at the things like counterfeit items and people having second accounts, is all computer generated. It's all computers. So it was a computer glitch, basically. A computer failed to notice they didn't have multiple accounts. Computers do the counterfeit stuff as well, or they do the suspicious action account where accounts look fake. So a lot of Vinted stuff is done through their computer system and not done by an actual person. And then when an actual person goes back to check it, they find the account is fine. So technical glitch. Did it cost me money? Yes. It didn't cost me a lot, but it's still an inconvenience. It still gave me negative reviews. And it's still kind of unfair that they don't stop your orders or pause them while you're waiting, because then my orders just don't go out and I get a black mark for it. It looks bad on my account. So luckily I got the account back. It was 3 days of hell because Vinted is my side gig. It's how I make some extra money when the car boots aren't on, or during the week when the car boots aren't, and the car boots are at the weekend. Although there are car boots on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday around where I live. So no end of car boots, mind you. But Vinted is something I can do on the off days where I'm not doing a car boot, and bring in a little bit of extra money, because we're in a crisis in the UK, a living crisis. aside from that, I haven't done a lot else at the moment. In a couple of weeks' time, we're actually going to Russell's International Circus. I have VIP ringside seats. I know the Raven is special. I have VIP ringside seats for 4 people, which I managed to acquire through winning them. Actually, I actually won the VIP seats. So me, my partner, and my son's girlfriend are going, and I do have another spare ticket for somebody else. I just don't know who yet, but we'll probably fill that space because who doesn't want to go to the circus? Next weekend, I don't have a lot on, and then the weekend after is the circus. So I have been doing stuff. I've sorted my Vinted account. Obviously, my son was quite ill this week, so I have done very little myself. I've mostly been around him. Although when I went out to dinner, I was spending some time with my son's girlfriend, and we were hanging out. But apart from that, I haven't done very much, if I'm really honest. It is really sunny today, though, and we are actually going away. Can't tell you where, but we're going away for a little weekend away to just get some quality time together. My partner has quite a high, intense job with very bad hours, and we have decided that because it is sunny, it's a beautiful weekend. We are going to spend a couple of days away. Hopefully, the sun will continue all weekend. We are due to go out to dinner tonight. We are due to go, hopefully, to see a band. So that should be quite fun. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice, quiet, relaxing, beachy weekend. It's not hot enough to like sunbathe, I don't think, but as you can see, it is pleasant. No rain, touch wood, as of yet. But let me know how you are. I haven't been too bad. Things have been a bit up and down all week, but that's the Ravens' life, okay? That's just how it is. So if you'd like to donate to the channel and buy me a drink this evening while I am out and about on my jollies, you can donate to my PayPal. If you don't want to donate to my drinking habit tonight, you can donate a super chat, super thanks, or become a member. But PayPal would be preferred because I am going to be schmoozing tonight, and having some fun. But yeah, like and subscribe, thumbs it up. Like I said, if you want to donate, PayPal is the way to go for the next couple of days while I am away. I love you all, and I will give you more of an update when I've been doing more, because it's been a pretty quiet week apart from the son being ill. But that's the joys of being a mother, and I'll see you very soon. I love you all. Bye, guys.